Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today is Saturday, October 7, 2023. Now, the reason why I timestamp my videos is to let people know that the information contained therein is dated, so you don't watch it out of time and act on it. Now, good morning to my subscribers on the X, formerly known as Twitter platform. You guys are my priority. You guys support me and enable me to do a lot of things. That's why I prioritize you guys. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Now, today, where can we park money so we can pack money out? Where can we park our money so we can pack money out? Now, I told you guys, I said invest in Aragon. At that time, Aragon was trading at $7 and $4.70, and I said invest, invest. I said set a stop order for $5 so it triggers a sale, but then I would also give you periodic updates, and I did yesterday. Aragon it didn't get to $5, but it got to $4.90, of which we were making $20 or rather 20 cents profit for each unit. And I told you guys, look, if you are risk averse, you can actually sell and make enough profit because you see that's enough profit. That's about 5% profit in just less than 24 hours. And I told you if you are risk averse, you could actually sell. If you are an ex formerly known as Twitter subscriber of mine, you can bear me witness. So a number of us made money, and right now I think it's now about $4.84. It's still going to rise. I believe it's going to get to that $5 angle. But if that changes, if my belief changes, I'm going to alert you. But for some of you, you've already made money already. And then for Chainlink did appreciate, but it didn't get to the point where I thought it was going to get to. So we're still watching it. And then, I mean, if some of you had sold your Chainlink, you would have still made some profit, but not as much as I expected for us to make. Now, it's my opinion that Chainlink is still going to rise. It's going to rise to $8. It's currently trading at $7.69. It rose to $7.80 yesterday, but then it dropped again today. So we're watching it now. For Bitcoin Cash, it's not at the level where I think that we should buy. It's currently trading at $232. I think it's going to get to $222. So let's keep waiting. Patience is a virtue. Now, I told you guys to buy Bank of America Corporation stock. I told you guys that it was currently trading at that time yesterday, 24 hours ago, at $26.01. And I told you that it was, no, sorry, $26 and I think 7 cents. And I told you it was going to drop. And that once it drops to below $26, that's anything $25 and some fractions that you guys should buy. Well, it did drop. It dropped to $25.55. And I expected you guys to buy, because I gave you the opinion. And if you bought yesterday, you already made money because, it rose from $25.55 to $25.61, and then it closed the market at $26.01. So for each unit that we bought, we made about 46 cents profit. 46 profit. That's, I mean, in less than 24 hours, that's reasonable. And I think it's still going to rise because we're studying the filings of Bank of America. We're studying what's happening with the market, what's happening with that particular bank, which is one of the biggest banks in America. And I think we're also going to make money on that. But even if you sell right now, you're already making 46 cents per stock that you bought, which is, I mean, in less than 24 hours, that's some good sum of money. So now we finished with the Reynolds Nuggets are part of it. I'm going to be studying the market, and then if needs be, I will intervene on the X formerly Twitter platform and to give you guys updates. But then I know that a number of you have been sending me DMs, and one of the major issues, especially from a guy called Shaibu. Shaibu is a guy from a place called Mutumbu in Nigeria. Mutumbu, I think I've been to Mutumbu. Mutumbu, if my memory serves me right, I think it's in Taraba State. So you get from Makodi, and then um, you get to Katsina Ala, then you get to Ibi, and then you get to Mutumbu, and then you go continue from Mutumbu. If my memory serves me, I think if you go left, right, if you go right, then you go to Takum. But if you continue straight, then you get to Gashaka Gumti. From Gashaka Gumti, you climb the mountains, and then you're at Nguroje, and then Gembu, and then Rivadonga, and then that's the border between Nigeria and Cameroon. Anyway, so he wants to know how to deal with his fake friends because he's complaining that his friends don't pick his calls, his friends, they don't hang out with him as they used to before when they were in school. Now, here's the thing, Ashebo, a lot of people actually think that their friends are fake, when in fact their friends are not fake, their friends are just productive. You have to understand, you're not 16 anymore, you're not 17 anymore, you're not 18 anymore, you're not in school anymore. So obviously, when your paradigm changes, your rules are going to change. So these people, a lot of them are facing issues. They're facing rent, they're facing car bills, they're facing, looking after their parents, training their younger ones, looking after themselves. And so they do not have the luxury of time that probably you have, maybe because you're living in a different part of the country from them, and then things are not the same with you. Maybe you're living with your parents. People have moved on. So they do not have the luxury of time. So probably work, they got to earn a living. So it's not as easy as it was for them before when they had no or low responsibilities. Now they have more responsibilities. So a lot of people that you think are being fake are now just being more productive, Excuse me, it's kind of cold here. They're not being more productive. So don't think that your friends are necessarily fake because they stop hanging out with you. What you want to do is that you want to move on to the next level with your life, next level of your life. So if you look at your parents, for instance, your parents, maybe you saw them being very busy for probably Monday to Friday, and then they rested on Saturday, and then maybe on Sunday, probably they had time to socialize, if at all. So if your parents had friends before they gave birth to you, probably they were hanging out with those friends every day on a daily basis. So sometimes spend the whole day together. But things had to change because they had responsibilities. They gave birth to you. They had to pay the house rent, or they had to look after the house. They got to pay school fees. They got to feed you guys. They had to buy fuel for their cars. Things change. So people have moved on in life. They moved on to a higher level. And as some people say, higher levels, higher devils. It's not necessarily that they have higher devils, but those devils are their responsibilities, the rat race. And so that is probably why that they are not as responsive to you as before. I saw that you said that you call them, they no longer pick your calls. It's because probably they are at work. They are thinking about how they are going to earn a living, how they're going to earn a buck, how they're going to pay for their expenses. So if you are going to pay for their expenses and you tell them, hey, listen, friend, I'm going to be paying for expenses, maybe they're going to leave all of that and then start being with you 24/7. But how reasonable is that? In reality, you can't even do that. So you've got to understand that people have moved on to different stages of their life and different levels of their life, and then responsibilities changes, and that's why they're probably doing that to you. But I'm going to tell you this, if you want your friends to respect you, you also have to progress at the level that they've progressed. Don't do it like a competition, but just do it like, God expects us to go from being a child whereby we're fully dependent on our parents, and then being, like a young adult and adolescents whereby we're not fully, but like we were partly dependent on our parents, and then he expects us to go to an adult whereby we become fully independent, and then people think that okay, that's the last level of maturity. No, there's in the continuum of maturity, there's another level, interdependence, whereby you become so successful that you have to work with other people to build your success, to grow your success. That's what people like Elon Musk do. That's what people like Bill Gates does. Bill Gates is working with Warren Buffett in his charitable work and in some of his business work. Warren Buffett himself is working with Charlie Munger. So you see, so you have to grow from that level of right now you're still partially dependent. You got to grow into independence and then to interdependence, and then your friends are going to respect you more, and then you're going to have probably a different level, a different warmth, a different kind of camaraderie with your friends. Now, my name is Renomot. If you watch this video and you got questions arising from this video, and you are an ex-formerly known as student subscriber of mine, then ask a question there. But if you are not, I'm going to encourage you to subscribe to me on Twitter. Very easy. You go on X, search for me at Renomot, and on the top right hand corner of my profile, you're going to see a subscribe button. Click on it, follow the prompts, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, you are a subscriber. Now, here's what you're going to get as a subscriber. You're going to get daily investment and business tips. And you're going to get it at the right time, not at 8 hours after I've released them, just like you're watching now if you're not a subscriber. By that time, all of the information that I'm giving is now dated. It's obsolete. Also, you're going to be getting, not for the public, runners nuggets, because my famous runners nuggets, I give some of them that are not for the public, but just for subscribers. And finally, you're going to be getting my personal attention. I respond to each and every question asked by my subscribers, each and every query raised by them. It doesn't have to be on business. It doesn't have to be on the economy. It can be on anything, your parents, your love life, your finances, your religion, whatever it is, I'll respond to you. Now, this is Apostle of Prosperity saying, God bless you.
But Reno travels all around the world. I hope you get inspired about what you see. Apostle of greatness, Reno is a master. Only one man against the whole world in large. Fighting with the monsters, poverty I can't stand. That's why Reno is